Hi, us. It is session 67. We are down Victoria tonight, but before we jump in and play our next session of Don't Split the Party, I'm going to give you guys your recap. So, last session, du jour is in the propers of Zistasia, which is the grounds in which the Darlington family live, in preparations for a supposed engagement and thus wedding of two royal families of the regions, Phineas's sister and a family from the Garridins, um, as well as several other noble families of other neighboring lands and estates have come to Solene to meet and to just enjoy each other and catch up, mainly hosted by Phineas's father, Duke Elric Darlington, and perfectly orchestrated by his sister. You guys have now been here for a full 24 hours. You had your first long night in Zistasia, where some of you had some very unsettling dreams, including Brick specifically, who had a vision of a abyssal force, almost an army of grotesque figures marching in, changing the landscape all around her, her homeland, to something far more sinister, as Phineas's younger brother kind of backed up into her protection. So you all wake again rather paranoid, and you spent last session doing a little bit of like reactive surveillance. So it didn't include necessarily interacting with a lot of the people here on the grounds, but a little snooping. So Phineas eavesdropped on a conversation behind a closed door of a study where he identified his father Elric and one of the other leaders to be talking in hushed tones, referencing the number, was it 7 or 8?
8.
The number 8, and talking about Mirrigan. And its absence, its silence, going dark, were some phrases you heard in that call or in that conversation. Key point I want to mention is at the end of that, when Phineas was sneaking away, Elric opened the door, looked both sides, made eye contact with Phineas, and closed the door behind him. Shortly after, Phineas had a one-on-one with his father out on the garden grounds that turned into an argument between the two of them. Phineas asking for answers, asking to help, needing information regarding Mirrigan and these leaders, and the Duke shutting him down, unfortunately, referring to Phineas as a disappointment. And Phineas saw the older version of his father, the version of Elric Darlington he hadn't seen since he arrived back here at his home. The rest of our session included several of us splitting off, Glint and Buttons going into some rather athletic disguises and sneaking into the Duke's favorite study on the second grounds of the West Wing, where they found several papers as well as a magical chest. But after identifying it, the chest itself was not magical. The items inside were, and Glint found, I believe, 7 rings?
6.
6 rings? A lot of magical rings, each unique in their school of magic. And I'm shocked. Go ahead, yes, Glint.
I was going to say, once we find out that his dad's being a dick again, maybe we steal it and leave.
We'll see.
All to be determined in tonight's session of Don't Split the Party. So yeah, we're going to pick up that same day. It is early morning. Those of you would have been, while you were waiting for Phineas to return from his conversation, many of you would have probably seen several servants of the home coming by with trays for like breakfast in people's private rooms. And when they'd walk by you all in that like kind of section of the West Wing where you're all sitting, they would offer you like essentially breakfast coffee table side. So you're like sitting on these like rather ornate lounge chairs or sitting chairs with like tea and little mini sandwiches, just trays and trays of food. As Phineas, Glint, and Buttons return, depending what the rest of us have done. I should also say we have a very short amount of time before picking right up where we left. We have a very short amount of time before the garden party begins, which includes some games and just some additional mini sandwiches and food and drinks. So with that, How would we like to start tonight's session, guys?
Buttons will grab a handful of mini sandwiches like popcorn. They're small.
They are very small to buttons, absolutely.
And look over to whoever's sort of bustling around bringing out sandwiches. And we're going to need more of these.
Of course. Do you need someone to be following you with the tray of food at all times, or is it just intermittently? How regularly, sir?
Don't be picky. Just bring me a bucket.
Of course. And you see a rather older lady in an apron will be shuffling off back towards the kitchens.
Thank you, love.
Okay.
Man, they have really taken a shine to you, Buttons.
Aye, they like me drinking habits.
Suppose it keeps them busy.
Ze be good sometimes.
Certainly better than bored. Hate boredom. Hate sitting still, really.
Aye. Makes the night go faster.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I am bored to tears right now. I am gonna go take a stroll myself. If anyone feels like coming along, I'll probably just take a stroll in the gardens. I have a feeling my druid friend at the table might know some more things than she was letting on. So
I will take a lap. We can run through the grass.
sounds good.
When you're walking out into the gardens, I think you would see Finn walking back towards the villa, looking pretty angry.
I imagine that you would almost like walk past us,
Yeah, I'm
Just
like, yeah.
just like pissed off, and like, but hey, whoa, buddy, what's up?
I need a minute.
You want to take a walk with me and Brick?
No, I need to cool off. I have to play chess. I promise, Jacob. But we'll talk soon. Are you gonna be at chess or no?
I mean, it depends, really. I was gonna go see if I could. Well, it was really nice running into another druid, so I was just gonna see if I could hang out with Narani a little bit. You sure you don't want some fresh air? You seem kind of rattled.
I've had enough fresh air for the morning for right now. Don't worry about me. I'll catch you guys later. And I would storm back off and I'd go upstairs to my main room to calm down a little bit and change into something for chess.
Denise, as a reminder, the little box your father gave you holds
Oh.
a rather ornate ring
Yeah, I know.
with a sun, and
I forgot, thanks.
the sunbeams look like rose petals, and
Yeah.
the braid would look like it encompassed leaves and thorns, as if it's a rose.
Yeah, when I go upstairs, I open my side table drawer, toss it in there, and slam it shut.
Yaren, I have never seen Finn that bad, and we saw him in the desert.
I mean, when we first met him, he was just kind of more frustrated and hungry and tired. He's never been angry.
I have a propensity for hangriness.
like really genuinely angry.
Yeah, what was he doing out there? I forgot. I was distracted.
Wasn't he going to talk to his dad?
Oh. Maybe I should go talk to his dad and say something.
You know, not that I have a relationship with a father to compare it to, but something tells me we should probably let this one alone and let Finn handle it the way that he needs to for right now.
I'm just saying, one time I convinced the chief to stop yelling at guard on a hunt, and didn't talk to him for like 3 years.
That was a good thing, Brick.
But Kurt didn't want to talk to him.
Well, I guess it accomplished its purpose then. These civilized folk have a different way of doing things. You can't just make a show of strength or power and well, actually, maybe it can. You know what? Maybe they're not that different than we are, but I'd say let's. Finn has been dealing with his father for his whole life. I'd hate to rock the boat, especially if they're being so kind to have a stay with them.
Get it, but I also think it is our job to rock said boat. We are his party, right? And Finn is used to being a good son, and he is a good son, and I think he needs some of our bad choices to help him.
Rick, I think that you are maybe one of the most loyal people I've ever met.
I had not thought of it like that.
It's well, I sure as heck like it. So,
Can you
All right.
teach me how to play this chess while we walk to your druid friend?
oh, sure, yeah, it's kind of like a battle, actually, if you want to think about it that way. And
Okay.
I'll start talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
like you just like start yada yada through
Yeah.
like yeah. And head out to the gardens and sort of like observe, see if I spot Nirani.
Yeah. I think what I'm picturing is that everybody is like in attendance somewhere outside, though they might not be participating, they might be in smaller groups depending on what we're interested in. I have a loose visual for us. I'm gonna put it in the Discord so you guys just can look at it. I do have it for Roll20 if we want to navigate it that way, but I think it's very possible for us to do something theater of the mind. If we need visual, we can. The only difference is I don't think it's going to be closed in into a hedge maze. I don't picture the hedge mage keeping us kind of confined. I imagine, like, if we remove that, imagine like blankets have been laid out in certain aspects of the lawn, and though there are like other ornamental gardens and bushes and whatnot, it wouldn't be closed in like you're seeing on that visual I have for you guys. Are there
Yeah, so I
other
think
things? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna say like just for flavor, just while we're like standing on a hill looking over the the chessboard, I would start like pointing out to Brick and like explaining just with the visual.
Yeah, and though I'm not the best chess player, I like the idea of nobility having a giant chessboard. Um, just cuz. And so I'm picturing the same rules apply. So just for simplicity, all of the same like knights and pawns and whatnot would still pertain. I haven't thought that through yet mechanically. Um, when it comes to human chess, but we'll get a little creative with it, I think. Um, so that's kind of what Brick would be getting explained to, like how you're capable of moving, and when you meet somebody, what you're allowed to do, how you're allowed to like attack. And it can get like, even with nobility, it can get um, like violent potentially. Not saying like people have died playing human chess, but like people have definitely fought, and people have gotten injured playing human chess because you are expected to. It's not just a battle of wits, it is a battle of brawn. And so some of it is actually choosing strategically who you'll face off with other people, potentially, to like beat that opponent. There are advantages when you make the move or something like that, is what I'm picturing too. But yes, to answer your question, Kieran, Nirani would be on the grounds. You would see she has made up essentially a outdoor rug made of druidcraft. So I'm picturing like a lush moss carpet has kind of replaced the grass for the time being. So it's that really soft moss. And
Yeah.
she has placed herself near where some of the natural foliage of Celine meets the rather constructed, ornate aspects of the gardens. And so it's still visible from the chessboard, but you can see some trees are sprung up nearby, rather older, bigger trees, and some natural foliage kind of grows underneath of it as well.
Awesome. I would approach and just gesture if I could like take a seat next to her on her rug.
Yeah, and if Brick, for the time being, wants to join you, is that something, or are you?
I'm assuming Brick is coming with me, unless Brick is like doing her own thing.
No, I'm gonna tag along until I see a need for me to do something else.
Okay.
Cool, great.
What you will see, Narani will gesture for you both to sit down, a big smile on her face. Hello, Kieran. Hello, Brick. And you'll see she's playing with a few pieces of foliage that clearly have come from nearby. She's like pulling at some stems and leaves, and she's got a small collection in the corner of her moss carpet of like some just natural things of Celine.
Come on now, you can't hoard all that for yourself. What do we got?
She'll point.
Anything unique?
Yeah, I mean, she would certainly point out some more common herbs and plants of Celine, but some unique ones she'll point out as well. Some common ones would include things you expect, like basil and chamomile, a few even wild catnip plants, which is fun. But then she would point out some more unique plants, like let's see.
Are you using your fancy new book?
Yes, I am.
I want to build a character that's
It's
like
so-
medicinal, just so I could play with that book.
The
It's so
PDF
good.
is it's so good. It's so
Yeah,
good.
I finally got something I kickstarted, guys. Like, here I'm gonna turn
Because
my.
you sent me stuff from that
Mhm.
a long time
Yeah.
ago.
I kicked this like over maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I finally got the hard copy. It's called Herbalist Primer. And the book is amazing. And like each page, like they'll make a whole page just about a certain plant. And it came with a ton of other cool stuff like flashcards, and each plant is on a flashcard. So yeah, but yeah, she'll point out. Let's see. She'll point out like those common ones, but then she'll say that a unique plant in Celine that's very hard to come by elsewhere is I was trying to find it here. Edelweiss. And it's she'll show you it's a rather long kind of stalk flower. The leaves are alternating as they kind of spiral up the stem, which is like a dark green. When it gets to the bulb where it blooms, the center is this beautiful kind of lush yellow. The petals are long and rather pointy that kind of fold out in this like white kind of star shape.
Beautiful. How long you been up picking this stuff?
Well, I was up a bit earlier looking for something that only blooms before dawn, but no luck.
Sorry, it's just nice to see someone that has a morning routine that makes sense to me.
Yes, well, in my homeland, we try to cultivate as many of these as possible. So this is like bringing me like I'm back home.
It's nice being from the outdoors because home is really wherever you want it to be,
That's a nice
So-
thought.
as long as it feels right.
My home is the desert.
Well, there are several plants that grow in the desert.
Hmm. My chief taught me that there is water inside the cactus.
That is true. Yes.
I
I've
will
heard it's
bring
rather
this news
sweet.
back to the tribe.
This whole time they've been leaving them alone.
Yes.
That's really funny.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yes, you should tell your tribe that.
Narani, why exactly were you invited here? To these festivities?
How do you mean?
I'm trying to understand the purpose of us all being here, at the same time, I guess I'm asking under what pretense the Darlingtons invited you here.
Well, our lands, through many years prior to my leadership of it, um, have agreed to work together when it comes to the cultivation of this place. Before I even look over my stead, people before me spoke with these lands, so it's expected of us to keep in communication with one another. But this is my first true interaction with most of the leaders here today.
And why did they tell you that you were being invited? Were you just summoned, or was there an express purpose laid out for you?
Well, I'd been getting, you know, a, some regular correspondence, um, um, been regular correspondence between a few of the families, and it had been hard to communicate with these, over the course of several years. So it just seemed easier to finally meet in person and get down to the details with them all.
It's a pleasant surprise to see so many people from so many places at the same time.
It is, yes. Um,
Mighty convenient, also for getting things done, wouldn't you say?
I do agree. At this point, she's gonna look at you both, and she's gonna lean in rather secretively and put her hands, but kind of reach. I imagine you're all kind of like in a semicircle on this small
Yeah,
spread,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
she's gonna reach her palms out and kind of lean forward and put them both in your laps, like, Brick, Kieran, have you ever done a ritual with nature?
Many times.
Yeah.
I think this is a lovely way for us to communicate, to spend time outside, to commune.
I, I couldn't I couldn't agree more. What did you have in mind?
Oh, I was just, and you'll see, she'll start pulling at these things she's gathered and start laying them out. And Kieran, roll a nature check for me with advantage.
Okay, cool. Ooh, I got a +8 to nature, y'all. So hopefully this goes well.
It's a
Um,
9.
yeah, it's a 9 both times. Great. Okay, let's do some roll. Okay. Okay, so at advantage, it's a 22.
Okay. Uh, Kieran, you recognize that what she's laying out would create a minor incense, rather common, but a minor incense that many druidic tribes and steads would use to commune with nature. Many elders of tribes would probably believe it could lead to something a bit more psychedelic. Though the right ingredients are required. So that's not always the case. I think people more so have just gotten used to these common sense being burned together and registered as like just kind of like that recollection moment.
Well, I think in excitement, Kieran's gonna start like speaking to her in Druidic, and like is just gonna start like talking in Druidic, and then like catch himself and realize and be like, I have, I, I have been doing rituals by myself for months. This is amazing. Do you have a spot picked out?
Why not right here? You'll see the ground will kind of shift to the center of the moss and will clear it out to like with Druid craft, will clear out like a small pit that she can burn in.
Cool.
Um, I will say just for flavor, the incense she's building, the way she's stirring it is it's wholly unique to you, Kieran. And it's one of those moments where you're like, it doesn't matter how many times you've done something by your tribe, there's always a different way to do it and connect with nature. Like, and clearly these furbolgs have done it a completely different way than you, even though the intent is the same. The ingredients are
Yeah.
the same. Like it could be
Cool.
something as simple as like she uses this twine to twist them all together and you're like we don't use twine, we druid craft a leaf and wrap it. It could be something as
Yeah,
simple as
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. Would
Uh,
she take contributions to
oh
the
yeah, of
ritual?
course, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll take I'll heat my hands up essentially, and I'll like druid craft some specific herbs and like singe them and let them start like smoking and just like waving them around to cleanse the air as she's preparing like the ground. And I would basically give like a smudge stick to Brick to hold, just to be like, just wave this around a little bit, just like get it in the air. Yeah, amazing.
No chill.
And she'll gesture to you before she finishes folding it up and like, Brick, what do you plan to offer to it?
I start digging through my pockets and I pull out 2 of the sea salt caramels we got back on um what was it? When we were
Madripoort, Riverdale.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Back
yeah,
in
yeah.
Madripoort Riverdale, yeah.
Yeah. I pulled up a smush bag of chocolate caramels and an even smush bag of saltwater taffy.
Wonderful. I love this. Um, wait, I get to pick?
Yeah.
She'll gesture to your right hand.
That's my saltwater taffies.
Sure. And you'll see in her hand, you'll see she'll put her other palm underneath of it, and the saltwater taffies will pool into like a liquid. Like she's almost like melted them in her hands. And she'll pour it across. Oh, give me a second. I have to change. Hello. I have to change the overlay really quick for Wesley. Wesley. I need you how to be. Oh, wrong one. Hold tight. I can fix this. Oh God.
Imagine the what saltwater taffy smells like all the different flavors of saltwater taffy at the same time.
Oh, oh, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. It would smell like that. Um, okay, be good. Cool. All right. Before we jump into the communion, what else is everyone else doing?
Buttons is definitely eating. And kind of following the chain of people who are coming from wherever the food is coming from and slowly working his way toward the kitchens.
Yeah, so it's like you would definitely be working naturally closer and closer to the kitchens to the point where as people start to shuffle several trays out, you'd be able to grab like from each tray as they go out and things are getting like more and more elaborate. And then there would come a point, maybe like 5 minutes after, 10 minutes after the start of things, where all the trays would come out exactly the same, where it'd be like the true lunch spreads that are being kind of trickled across the grounds.
Nice.
Buttons, I want you to roll an insight check for me.
I want to roll an insight check.
If you want.
That's a 4.
This food is really great. um, and what's
I had a
even,
feeling.
you had a 4?
I had a feeling it was really good.
Yeah, it's really good. But the best part is on the trays, there's Negronis with Spagliato and Prosecco in it. There's cocktails. There's really great cocktails for like cocktails that are probably a little too good for like a before noon garden party, but like who's counting and who's checking? Like we're here to have a good time.
I'm not counting. I'll run my classic and dump out a nearby plant.
You just pick a different vase every time. It's
Yeah.
it's never, you don't keep one, you just find a new plant to empty out every time.
Yep, this is probably a plant too, because we're outside. So I'll just rinse it out.
It adds a layer to it, honestly. And so
Yeah.
what I'd like to picture is there's like a small pattern that's being changed. You don't know who caught on if it's like somebody came back with an empty tray of Negronis or what. But there comes a point where more trays keep coming, and someone has clearly set out a full pitcher like of Negroni for you, in addition to the other Negroni glasses that are going out for the guests. So like someone's clearly put in a good word for you.
All right, I'll put the plant back in the pot and like kick away some of the dirt that got onto the.
I really love the idea of it just being a plant without any soil. So it's just like sitting in a pot, like hoping hoping for some help in a bit.
Propped it up. I put some of my empty glasses in there.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's great. Okay.
Where do this imbibement come from?
Yeah, flagging down one of the serving ladies. You'll remember it's the lady who gave you your first silver pitcher before when you asked for like an upgrade the evening prior.
Me hearty. Where do this imbibement come from?
She kind of flushes, her cheeks kind of blush at you, Buttons, as she kind of looks up at you leaning down over her. Uh the kitchen. We made it in the kitchen for you, sir. Is it not your liking?
Oh no, it be to my liking, but I do mean where do it come from originally?
Um I I don't know, sir. I've never had one myself. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, and Buttons will grab one of the empty glasses and pour some of his off and hand it
From
to
her
her.
tray that she's holding.
You should try it.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Oh
All
yeah.
right.
And you know what? I'm gonna let you do it with persuade with advantage. Because I don't want to
Hey.
say why.
I'm gonna let you roll persuasion with persuasion.
With persuasion. Good luck, baby.
Oh, God damn it, it's a 10.
At advantage?
Yeah, it's a +1. I'm a super charismatic man.
That's a Wesley roll to
Are you rolling
trump.
in roll 20
Rolling in
or D&D Beyond? I do this every
yeah.
single fucking
Yeah, he
day.
does. I hear the sound effect when he does it. It's nice.
Damn, they really just know it's you and just constantly shit on your rolls, my guy.
There's an algorithm somewhere. I don't know who you pissed off at D&D Beyond, Wes, but they know.
It's a if function on the algorithm. West
Yeah. If
Are you
Wes
related to Will Wheaton?
Wheaton.
Will.
Will Wheaton.
Um all right. What I think she'll allow is she'll allow a sip. She'll allow a sip from the cup you poured her, and she'll nod with like one hand on the cup and the other on the tray she's holding. It's very good. Fruity, I think. Also, Paige has never had a Negroni, so I don't know what they taste like. I need to,
with a hint of bitter.
okay,
Yeah.
because Campari is like an orange liqueur, right?
Yeah, but
Bitter
it's like
orange.
orange. Yeah.
Ooh, what does that
It's like
mean?
orange peel.
Oh, I can't wait to have a Negroni. Prosecco
Or
on top would make it great.
You should also make them with gin because
I'm
you
gonna
should
make
try
it with gin.
both
Yeah.
because the gin one will that shit is strong.
Yeah, the Spagliato like with the gin and the
The
orange.
Spagliato will cut it a little bit, but like a regular Negroni is like
I
Yeah.
thought Negronis were made with gin.
they are normally. Spagliato means mistake. That's what the Prosecco is.
Mm-hmm.
A mistake.
Wait, you're not supposed to make it. I know it's a different cocktail at that point, technically.
Yeah.
Negroni, Spagliato, one cocktail. Negroni, a separate cocktail.
Yeah. So Spagliato just means they've added Prosecco on the top to sweeten it up and make it bubbly.
Well, they just
You just what?
I think it doesn't have gin in it.
Oh, I thought it was a Negroni with Prosecco.
I just looked them up. It does not have gin in it.
Yeah, it's the mistake one. Like the story is they accidentally poured
Yeah.
Prosecco in place
instead.
of gin.
It's Campari and Prosecco and vermouth.
Sweet
Instead of,
vermouth.
yeah. Yeah, sweet
Okay.
vermouth.
Okay. I'm piecing it together. Well, then, yes, I want to make both. I need to understand both.
In fact, they're both the exact same recipe. You just switch out the gin for sparkling.
Cool. Can't wait.
I
Doing
also
that this weekend.
highly recommend a mezcal Negroni. Those are good.
Ooh.
Wait, Kayleen, you have mezcal.
Of course I do.
You should
We
try
have
that.
everything.
We don't have Campari.
I need to get
Ah.
Campari too.
We
I
have
think we
a
have sweet mint,
cool
though.
like non-Campari thing.
Okay,
I remember
sorry.
myself.
Sorry for the tangent. That was anyway. Yeah. So Paige doesn't technically know what a Negroni tastes like. So soon I'll be able to speak to reference. But she'll take a sip for Buttons, and the flesh on her cheeks will brighten and focus to the apples. And she kind of like look down rather bashfully at her feet to the tray, back at you, and then behind her shoulder to the kitchens where she came from.
I won't keep you, but you can't be missing out on that experience.
I no longer have now, thanks to you. Thank you. And you'll like she'll quickly like fluster away towards the grounds.
Oh,
uh,
She's walking away.
and would be your name, by the way.
Yeah.
It's Paige.
yeah, it's just me.
I'm Parge.
It's my self-insert. It's finally happened. No, her name is Tev.
Have
Tev.
Call me Buttons.
All right, Buttons. Thank you. And I imagine it's that little kind of like giddy walk afterwards where the feet kind of kick up a little bit as she walks away. All right. Anything else, Buttons, for you for now?
Until next time.
There will be a next time, I imagine, for Buttons. Okay. Anything else before I start to talk about chess, or we try to figure that out? Okay. Show of hands, who is interested in playing chess? I would argue, Brick, you might be in the commune. Would that be a problem, or do you want to, or would you rather, as a player, would you rather do chess?
Chess.
Okay, that's okay. What will happen? What we'll picture story wise is where her arms are on both of you for Narani and Kieran and Brick, and as she's leaning over, she's about to light the incense you created when you'll hear a loud voice of our lizard folk. I always forget his name.
It's something with the rock. Zarok.
Zarok.
Zarok. Thank you. Our lizard folk Zarok will say, "We'll be establishing teams shortly for chess. I will be the leader of one, and Lord Krumar will be the leader of the other. If you're willing to play, join us on the outskirts of the field within the next 3 minutes."
Oh, Brick, you gotta go.
Gotta go. You can tell me how the communing with nature goes later.
Go make me proud out there. Remember everything I taught you about chess.
Yes, I will slide across the field and kick the opponents down.
Right.
Bye!
And she's not gonna remember anything I taught her about chess.
I don't think so. I don't think I need a communion with nature to anticipate that. She plays by her own rules, that woman.
You don't know the half of it. How much time you got?
I have no intention of playing, so I have a fair bit of time, I imagine.
Well, I guess I can explain all the ways that that statement you made is absolutely correct.
Okay. You'll laugh as we jump back over. So one more time, show of hands. Who wants to play human chess? Dragonborn chess, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. I got a
Yeah,
shot. Is that...
might wander over. Sure.
I made a promise to my brother that I would play. I don't break my promise to my brother.
Cool. Okay. With that in mind, what I think we should do is 6. I was thinking teams of 5, but if 6 people are playing, I'd rather you guys play all on one team, I think. Though that's not required. What are your thoughts? Is it more fun if we play on different teams? Is it more interesting for us as players, or is it less interesting for us to play as players?
Let's punch some nobles.
Yeah, I want us against the nobles. We crush them.
You will be on a team with Lizard Folkman. I do have to stand by that. Is that
Okay.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
How am
crush
I gonna
most
play?
of the nobles.
I promised I was gonna play with my bro. Is it against? Is he playing?
I was thinking of him playing still. It's just I
Okay,
didn't know how many participants we were gonna have. I didn't know if everyone was gonna play human chess.
got it.
I have to punch her little brother.
Yeah, no mercy. Deck that kid.
Take no prisoners. Take no
Then
prisoners.
would you want to play on the other team then? If you want to play with your brother?
I don't really remember how our conversation went. I think he just wanted me to play in general. It doesn't matter to me either way.
Okay. As a player, it doesn't matter to you either way?
Correct. Well, okay. I would probably play on his team personally. I think Finn would play on his team.
Okay. So what I can do then is I can do teams of 5. And one team of 5 will be Zarok, Mest, Glint, Brick, Buttons. If Buttons I know is like, I'll wander in. And then the other team would be Phineas's little brother, Lord Krumar. I was thinking of it being Etram Krumar, which is 4, so I need one more for 5. Who was my 5th?
Mrs. Krumar.
I wasn't gonna have Mrs. Krumar play. I'll be straight up with you. I think it might have been
Can it be Hulk Baby, brother? Or did you want someone else from like the political
when you say Hulk,
intrigue?
you meant like twin, one of your twin
Yeah, why am I
brother.
drawing a blank on his
I
name?
was
Hold on.
thinking,
Merrick.
yeah,
Himbo.
Merrick,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, I was thinking of
Hulk
another Darlington to
baby.
represent. All right.
Himbo, or you could be a chess player. I feel like Merrick would do it more for the punchy part, while Merrick would do it. I mean, Hugh would do it more for the smarts, the moves.
What? I'm gonna trust your pick, Calco.
Merrick was my first thought, so we'll go Merrick.
All right. So we've got our team 1 and team 2. I don't know how we determine who gets white or black pawns and what that means. I did not think human chess through entirely. I wanted a noble, fancy way for you guys to hit things, and this seemed the best idea. Any advice?
Colin probably knows. He has taught me chess and beaten me at it every time he's played.
I mean, yeah, I know how to play chess, but I'm not sure how we'd apply it to this.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just chess.
Here's my
Maybe play it
idea.
like wizards chess.
Knight to E5.
Here's what I was thinking. What I was thinking was, instead of us having to like actually think through like a move in chess, so like we're not technically really playing virtual chess. God damn it. I think I would want to throw my computer out the window watching me try to do that to you guys. But my idea was we could determine who wants to take the move. So you guys as a team, those who are on a team would say like, oh, let's move Glint, or let's move Buttons, or let's move Brick. That person would say who they're moving to on the other board. And then I would have each of those players roll a skill check, and that would probably be the intelligence one, technically, to like get to that move. And then based off that, that would determine who gets to attack first. And then you would say how you're attacking. The only thing I haven't thought about was, how do you guys want to attack? I was picturing like a wooden club replacement of your weapon potentially, or would we like different flavor? Because that I was interested in kind of making what we want, how we want. Yeah.
Can't we just do like a straight like roll, and then like we can add the flavor of what that would look like? Do you know what I mean, to keep it more simple, or did you want to do like more full out like, oh, it's gonna be a sword hit plus 4 damage, sort of thing?
What yucks your yum? For people who are looking to do some mechanical fighting, what sounds fun?
Yucks your yum does mean that you're kink shaming someone. It's negative.
I don't want to. Okay, so what's the other thing?
I don't
Yum, my
know.
yum.
Yummy yum yum yum. What's your yum yum
Whatever.
yummy yum?
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, what's just sounds more
Good one.
enjoyable to us.
I'm
Kink.
confused.
How what could I do to simplify this?
I think we just play chess.
Not me. Not Hermione. You. It's all.
Do-
That's all I got going on up here.
Don't we have a board already? Like, confused.
I'm gonna pass this one over to the people that are hungry for some combat. I'll go with the flow for either, personally.
I like the idea if we're in terms of the stylistic. You asked a lot of questions. I think that's why there's confusion page. It was like 4 to 5 questions. So I'm gonna focus on the one question I have an answer to, which is style. How are we hurting each other? I like the idea that it's croquet mallets or paintball guns. I don't know. Those are 2 ideas I had.
I like
I
the
like
croquet
croquet.
mallets.
Cool.
Okay.
Second question. How it works? You mentioned theater of the mind at the start of the session. Does because chess is about thinking ahead and like planning your moves and such. Are those being made by the individual player or as a team?
Well, that's why my original or my pitch just now with the 5 questions, one of the questions was we could determine as a team like this person's going to go on this turn in our team, and they would say who they're moving to, and then I would contest it with that NPC versus that player would make a roll that would determine who gets to attack is what I was picturing. Or would it be easier because chess truly works with when I go here, I'm taking an aggressive move? But then the question is, how do I make that competitive instead of just like, you go here and hit, you go here and hit, you go here and hit, you know?
Yeah,
How do
I
I
think
make that
adding the
interesting?
intelligence roll or something along intelligence adds to that a little bit without just playing chess.
And then to like completely remove everything I just said to make combat interesting, actually, that would be making combat less interesting because I'm taking away what makes combat fun mechanically in D&D, which is like what you can bring to the combat. So like, is it just better to make it combat and then just justify like a non-lethal way of doing it? Or is that taking the fun away from the game? I'm just trying to fulfill certain wants in a way that makes sense canonically, where I'm not having you guys kill nobles for no reason. That's what I'm trying to do. So the best way to appease that is the goal.
What if we, in the interest of kind of moving this forward, what if we had assigned roles? So we have a king that the teams need to protect. We have a queen that can use the full range of their abilities. We have bishops that can only use magic. We have knights that can only use martial attacks. And then we have rooks that can use defensive abilities or reflavor their attack abilities as defensive abilities, but can't attack. And then pawns that, just kind of do basic moves. Um, each of our players would make sense as one of the named characters for our team. And that way it's still kind of a chess game, but we still get to use our abilities.
I think that works. I like all of it. We'd probably just remove pawns also because we only have 6 people on a team,
Yeah.
or 5 people.
Yeah.
5 people on a team. So we
I
pick
like
like
that
the
a lot,
top.
Colin.
the top 5 positions, or we can pick from those 5 positions, and you'd be like eliminating one of those abilities technically from your team's profile.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
because then you can also target a player based on their ability. Like I would target the defense person so that it makes it easier to kill the king faster. Like it gives you some strategy without actually playing chess, actually.
I like this. Okay. What I think we'll do then is give me a second.
Maybe we don't knock them out. We just do contested rolls, and who wins the contested roll gets the point or whatever.
It's a thumb war.
Thumb war.
Or you just bash them on the back of the head with a croquet mallet.
I have toe thumbs.
Or maybe it's like that It's Always Sunny where you like smash their figure. Like everybody has like a little doll copy of themselves. So then if you beat them, you just like smash their figure with a mallet.
Smashing them.
Yeah.
What if that's what we like and that's what we feel comfortable with, that I'm okay with that too. Yeah. I threw us over onto D20 with the chess map. It is not like a grid map because it is isometric, and I thought it's very tough to do a vertical grid on an isometric map. So we need to think of a way to color code people based off their position, I think. And I'm going to drag other NPC tokens on to act as the other people. With that in mind, we've got a full team with the lizard folk. And so what I'd suggest is you guys come up with what roles you want to play. And then Kelly, because you are the only true player, you and I can tag team that. I know.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Have at it, y'all. What positions do you want to play on the Zarok team? I'll let Zarok be the last pick for you guys. You guys can essentially choose his position.
I can't be the magic one.
I think Glint would probably like to be a knight, but I could definitely do the rook as well. The defensive one.
Okay, yeah.
Because I mean, I obviously don't have them prepared, but I do have spells that would have been useful for this. I got some of them prepared.
Do we have any magic player on our team? Is it default
We have
Kayleen?
Ness.
Yeah, mess is like strictly magic.
Right. But beyond Kayleen, I don't want to force Kayleen's hand and be like, Kayleen magic, Kayleen go.
I'll be magic. It's fine.
Okay. Sorry.
No,
Unless
it's okay.
you're looking forward to that, then yay.
6.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Wait.
That's not what I wanted to do at all. There we go.
There he is. He's so
I like
cute.
either the knight or the queen. I like the idea that Brick can move anywhere on the board because she's fast. And
Makes
also, I
sense.
like the idea that she doesn't understand how chess works. So, to save the time of explaining what not to do as a specific role, you just say, Brick, you can do any of the moves you've seen other people do.
I'm sorry I don't have a half orc one, so one of these is gonna have to be Etram, and the other one's gonna have to be Mr. Krumar.
Mr. Krumar is the one with the. Are those dreads? Like, what are those? Cornrows?
Yeah, they're
What are
braids of
those?
some kinds. Yep.
Yeah, the braids.
Okay. I need to find a Merrick one. I'll say. I will.
Find me Merrick.
I'm trying, baby. I got a lot of these tokens. I'm gonna put them to use. God, so many of these are so fucking cute. God damn it.
The
Wes, did you-
little snake
Wes, did you
boy.
pick which role you wanted to be?
Looks like he's the king.
Put myself on the king.
Oh, I didn't know if you put it there or you just got automatic. Okay, cool.
That's actually pretty good because, the whole thing about the king is, I really have to beat him up, and he's the least beat upable.
It was actually a fun concept. I thought he'd be like the knight, or the attacker type one. So it's
That'd be
kind of
the
fun.
Can
knight.
someone explain
Oh.
to me what each role is again and how we're doing this?
Yeah. So so there's the rook, which is the castle, which is on the far outside. That one can normally just move in straight lines. I've
Yeah.
chosen to reinterpret that as it's a defensive thing because it's a castle. Next to it, one in is the knight, which can jump over other things and moves in an L pattern. I've chosen to interpret that as it's an attacking thing.
Okay.
One in from that is the bishop, which can only move diagonally. That's the magical attacker.
Okay.
And then in from that are the king and the queen,
Right.
depending on which side you're going. The king can only move one in each direction.
Uh-huh.
Um, and you win by capturing the king or by causing it so that he can't move.
Okay.
The queen can also move in any direction, but she can move as far as she wants, but she cannot jump over anything like the knight can. But other than that, she's the most powerful single entity on the field.
Okay. And we're doing like so when a character moves and attacks someone else, what are we then doing?
That's less clear to me.
Okay, got it.
I think that it's kind of like you take a round of combat against
Okay.
them,
Yeah,
or
I think
you
that's what
take
we're
it.
doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Where do you guys want Zarak on? That's
Oh,
the rest of the team.
13.
He's our knight, I think, by default.
One to the side. Yep.
Down. Okay. And then I want these color coded so that as they move, we'll have. So, like, what do we want the king to be for Wes? What color or what symbol? I could do like red, blue, green, orange, purple, pink, yellow.
I would say colors.
Yeah, I think that's easier too.
I'd say red.
What do you think, Wes? Red?
Red sounds good.
Okay, I love it. So, red is king. Sarah, you're queen.
Yeah.
Orange.
What color?
I would say orange or pink.
Cal, did you say something?
Said orange.
Okay. Mest, what color would you like to be for? Not
Blue.
okay. Colin,
Um,
it's green,
green.
purple.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go with green.
And then Zarok is gonna be. It could be yellow, pink,
Actually,
purple.
make me yellow and make him green.
Okay. Yellow.
Yellow like gold.
Green on the green snake is gonna be fun, but it works. Okay. And then with that in mind, Kelly, do you know what Finn you want Finn to be?
Yeah, he's gonna be the magic boy. I picture Jacob wants to be the king.
Is
Real
that this
bad.
Cute. We're gonna kill him.
I can't move those guys, just so you know. But
Oh, okay. I'll change that now for you.
I'm thinking Mr. Krumar is going to be whatever Colin is. What are these called? I don't know the names of these things.
Rooks or
Yeah.
castles.
Castle boy. I picture Merrick is going to be the queen, and Etram is going to be what
Zarok?
Zarok is, the L guy.
No. Is that I'm doing the reverse version of it, right? Did I get that right? What is Mr. Etram again? What
Mr. Etram is
what
the
Colin is?
what Colin is.
Okay. And then your No, that's not right. I missed something. You they have to be the mirrored version of the other one.
Ellie's blue.
I'm blue, yeah.
That
Little
would make
guy.
Jacob red.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
I should be skipping one. Which one am I skipping?
It
That
doesn't
one?
matter. It's blue because they're double.
I know the starting position is all I'm trying to get at. That one. That's right now. Okay. Oof. All right. How
No,
do we want to?
you have the king and the queen are more in the middle. This is like the king. This here.
Yeah. So that is the king's picture on this, but
What I
technically
had
the
before was
king
that.
should be yeah.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
because
The
we're
king
following
always
the
starts
line.
in the opposite color. So like, yeah, I don't know.
Right?
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it mirrors, it flips on the other side of the board.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do we want to start? Who goes first?
White always goes first.
That works for
Great.
me.
Okay. Let's try this. If it becomes not fun, tell me.
We'll just role play the rest of it out.
Yeah.
Not role play, but yeah.
And I know Finn casted spells that started today.
He did. Are we using spell slots for this shit?
Very
If
popular. I mean,
you're
there's magic.
yeah.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind if you've casted spells today.
Oh yeah. Got it.
Okay. Cool. White, you go first.
Do we want to have like us move one person at a time, trading off back and forth? Okay. So a very traditional opening is to jump your knight out.
We do that.
Okay.
I love this game. This is kind of goofy.
Kayleen, yes. Absolutely.
If I
So I
see
guess
anything negative in the chat, I'm gonna ban you. Just kidding.
I
Go ahead,
asked
go
if
go.
polymorphing into a gorilla is the dragonborn chess version of flipping the board.
I feel like it's probably appropriate for the bishop. Do we want to like move the lizard guy up to
Definitely.
here or
Let me
here?
make
I'd
sure
say
you can
center.
control him.
That's more
Okay.
center spot.
Now you can move him.
He's moved.
Okay. That's
We
how I
made a
go.
move.
We made a move.
I see what Kelly's doing.
So I guess like how much do we want to like stick to this? Because
It's gonna
like
get goofy real quick.
You're playing chess.
technically
Remember
speaking,
when I said we should just play chess?
we did end up doing that. So. Colin,
yes.
go.
So if we wanted to like based off of how the actual like units move, the best move we could do is put me here, because then I could just blast through them.
Yeah.
Blast him, baby.
Wait, I thought
Start-
you can't go through people.
He can.
Well,
I can't.
it probably involved me fucking up Phineas first.
Wait, I thought you can't. Can this guy go through persons?
Only if I fight you, which I feel like Glenn will probably win that one.
Do.
Oh, I see.
Check.
and
It
like
hasn't been a check yet.
I know.
Finn can't move though, because if he does, then it is a check. Again, I don't know how much we want to like actually do this.
Yes, we want that.
No, it's no. My little man, you have to get through two people to get to my king.
No.
I'm not
No,
there.
the king's on white.
Yeah, that. So that if
No.
the little guy, yeah, that's how chess works. Is the little guy the king?
Yeah, the little guy's the king.
Oh,
The
they
red
should be
thing.
technically they should, yeah. Orange and red should technically flip.
Oh, really?
I
Because
thought
you're
Yeah.
on the
they're
opposite
opposites.
color.
But on
No,
the
you're on
other
the
side, it's the
opposite
opposites.
color.
Yeah,
Opposite color.
the queens maintain their color, the kings are on the opposite color.
Like the
Yeah.
board color.
Yep.
That's the square.
Yeah,
A
so Finn
child.
can't move, because if he does, then the king would be in check. Yeah. I mean, like, if we're talking about like true chess right now, yeah, it doesn't matter. This doesn't quite work well at D&D, just slapping it together like
Can
this.
I say this is a lot of fun?
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let me move my orange guy, please.
You can't move him?
Can the queen go through things or not?
Nope. Only the knight can jump things.
And the knight is what you are?
No, the lizard man is our knight.
Green.
Green.
Yeah, green.
So we're just acting like the other pawns aren't here, right?
No bonds.
No pots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Got it.
just yeah, I just that's the board.
I get it. Wonderful. Oh, well then the queen isn't jumping through anything, right? Yes. So there you go.
That's doable.
He's gonna go, bye, Phineas. Oh, no, that's Merrick. Never mind.
Bye, Phineas.
Bye, Phineas.
So again, how are we doing like the combat section of this?
Smack him.
When you get in, when you
yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna have them hit you too.
Well, yeah, I figured. Okay, so if I want to avoid getting hit by this child, as horrible
not
as
a
I'm sure
child.
that'd be.
That's Merrick.
Oh, that's Merrick. Okay.
Yeah, I chose a little halfling as the child to make it space
Can
anyway.
you tell by his
The
little
child, his
teeth?
mouth is wide open because he's happy he's the king.
Got it. Okay. In that case, would it be okay if I go and smack Finn?
I'm fine with that, please.
Okay. One second.
I'll just as a heads up your pot roast or whatever you're making is
Yeah.
going on.
I like to imagine Brick is cackling because she doesn't even know what's happening. She's like, ha! Like in the grass, like just screaming at.
Yeah. So am I fighting Finn now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we want to do.
Do we want to use just like unarmed strikes?
What do you guys want to do? Or people are using magic.
Okay. Well, let's just do it straight up. In that case, could I use my shield and warhammer rather than my standard greatsword? Because it seems more thematically appropriate to the castle.
How are we feeling, guys? Are we
I
okay
can't
with
believe we're
that?
just gonna kill each other.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll do that
go
then.
for it. Yeah.
If that's does a 15 hit Finn?
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be 7 plus Divine Smite, which is 2d10. Because I am gonna smite Finn. And how do I use just
Are we keeping like hit point tracks? Like how are we doing this? Or because like one of us has to win this battle, right? For true trust, right? We can't like. Do we want to see like whoever deals more damage? Like how do we want to do it in like one round of hitting each other, or is it like only the person going against me can do attack? How do we want to do it?
I thought we
Here's
were
what
doing contested rolls against defense versus magic, so it would be like a constitution roll versus your magic spellcasting roll or something like that.
But I think people wanted to like do
the
actual hit
mechanics. Yeah, with the
mechanics. Yeah.
rolls.
Okay.
Here's the block holder I have, because if we leave things as intended with NPC stat blocks, Kelly's doomed to fail because that's not fun. Right? But what I'd already kept in mind is because I wasn't anticipating Dejor playing on opposite teams in any way, so I didn't think that through. But what I had in my mind was I'm for the concept of this game, so you're not literally hitting one person, they're dropping, they just keep hitting at you guys and nothing fucking happens. Is I've created an HP cushion for all of the NPCs. So they don't have as many fancy moves that, I mean, I'm not going to reveal my entire hand yet, but I'll do something like that where if we want to do it like mechanically speaking, they'll make moves. You won't be able to just go up to the little kid, hit him once, and it'll drop him. I just don't know. That
Right.
means things
Kill
will go
the
on way too
child.
long.
It will make it longer. I don't know if it'll go too long. It does. I mean, anytime you add things like that, it makes it longer. I think the question that was being posed was, are these attacks simultaneous, or is it only Colin dealing damage and Kelly taking damage right now? And then on her turn, is she dealing damage to Colin, or is this happening simultaneously?
I think to follow chess, it would be happening alternatively. Every other like it would be your turn.
So
but
like
I
turn-based
think
combat.
But then is he in my spot with me then?
Sitting
he'd
next
be
to her.
beside you, like in the space next to you.
He's within melee range.
Yeah, like each space is melee range. It's like
Okay.
it's like a grid, like in combat.
Okay.
Kelly, do quick vibe joke. Can you do that sound?
Ah, 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 ah.
Don't joke. Okay. Is there another way we can do this and speed this up, or are we liking this?
I think it should be like, okay, whoever's doing the attack should be having some kind of advantage. Maybe they roll their attack roll with advantage. And because obviously they're the one making the move. And
And
it
then
should
you
be like
also
a
roll.
one thing versus one thing, and whoever has the better roll, like whoever has a better attack or does more damage on that attack wins the spot, and the other person gets eliminated.
I like that. Fast. Same skill checks. Kayleen, your thoughts?
I was just gonna say, what if we just rolled 2 d20s?
Just roll a roll.
Well, I think
off. I was just
I
gonna
think
say,
Colin
like,
wants to do the
flavor.
mechanics of like his thing.
right, but if you're playing chess does not, like, there are no values to
Yeah,
you
you're
don't-
just kinda
you,
like-
you don't get multiple shots to take down a piece. You either do or you don't. So unfortunately, you're trying to put like combat mechanics on a purely strategic game that when you make a move, the move is made and it's successful. So it's either the person makes an attack, and if the attack is successful, then they get to successfully make the move to capture, or if not, then they have to revert back to the spot that they made the move from.
All right, king me.
Oh, you're on our side.
Hang on a second. Okay, that also, yes.
Did we land on something?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ready?
Skills.
Combat checks, like like one versus another skill checks to claim a spot. Everybody who wants that, hands up. Everybody who wants 2 straight d20s and flavor, hands up.
That's what I meant.
I like that one. Actually, I confused. Sorry. I thought the other option was full combat.
No,
Sorry,
it was pseudo combat or just
No,
dice.
let's just do dice. Let's make it fast.
Just dice.
All right.
A 19. Whoever baby boy has to roll a straight d20 against Colin's 19.
It's Kelly though, I thought.
Baby boy, me?
Yeah, you're a baby boy.
We're just doing a d20.
Straight 20.
Yes, we've agreed. Move on.
Yes, you, baby boy, roll a die.
I lost. You have my spot. Take it from me.
Okay, let's tell that story.
Yes, plus flavor. We did agree on flavor.
Okay. Glintz decided to really play up the fact that he is now a castle moving in straight lines. So when he rushes down the side of the thing, he has a shield up. And then as he sees Finn in front of him, he smiles above his shield that you have rarely seen out because he does not use it very much. And then he just plows into you, 6'6" of muscly cat in plate armor, tumbles you over, and that's that.
I go, Jacob, run!
And Jacob's just sitting there. He's like, sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice.
Jacob
It's
would
for
move
you.
forward. Okay, Jacob would move forward 1 page into this black spot.
Okay. Okay.
It's a you.
Your turn.
Kelly. Kelly, you have Merrick there who could have attacked Colin.
No, he can't.
He's the queen.
Is he
He's the queen. Yeah.
Do you want to backtrack?
Huh?
He's the queen. He can move in any direction.
Oh, I thought he was the L boy. Why do I think he's?
He's
No.
me. He's the queen. He
Yeah,
can go anywhere.
Oh, I thought he's the L
are you
boy.
happy
I
with
can't
that
keep
move?
You
track of
took
these
your hand off
motherfuckers.
that chess piece. I'm sorry.
Kayleen,
Then
we're
yeah,
not
Merrick
doing that
is gonna
tonight.
come and attack his ass.
All right.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was confusing the two. He would attack Colin.
Okay.
Paige, you can roll for
Turn.
Merrick.
Okay.
15.
9.
He
All right.
defends.
Okay, Merrick turns. Oh, sorry, Flavor first.
Yeah. Merrick, the strongest and largest of the Darlingtons.
Hey! I don't like this.
What?
Still just a
undermine him.
Darlington.
Don't undermine
He
him.
is still just a Darlington, and
He is
overtopped.
bigger than you, canonically.
He's bigger than 6'6".
Yeah.
How tall is he?
This sounds like it's made up in the moment.
I don't care what you say.
Yeah, he's taller. He's 6'6".
No, okay, keep going.
Okay, Merrick, wearing his big boy booties, a full 4-inch platform shoe that barely gets him taller than Glint, comes rushing at Glint. And maybe it's because his 4-inch platforms
That's not a yes
are.
and, by the way.
Maybe his 4-inch platforms are throwing him off. Maybe it's
I
just
think it
his
was his
relatively
9.5
spindly.
inch size dick that he like couldn't figure out how to move forward, so he lost his footing. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, he
Like shoe.
in his quick movement, he couldn't make room for his 9.5-inch dick,
Yeah.
and so he twitched in pain.
He stepped on himself and then. No. He rushes at Glint. Glint is well braced for it and fends off his attack with the shield.
He'll turn to Jacob, little brother. I believe in you.
Oh, you gotta say Jacob, run! Okay.
Oh no.
Quick game of chess, you guys.
Hey guys, I'm scared. Okay.
I vote someone other than Colin does something.
Yeah, let's lengthen this game a bit.
All right.
This is a
I
cat
think-
playing with
yeah.
a mouse, almost literally.
I moved my boy. It's your turn.
Wait,
No, it
wait,
wasn't
I
her.
think before
Sarah,
you move your guy, we have to move someone.
Yeah, they have a turn, Kelko.
Don't attacked there,
Merrick
Kelly.
moved.
Oh, so you get to attack my boy then.
Yes. We just started.
This is where our hastily slapped together game falls apart because it's not well balanced.
Instantly.
So we just
But to be in check, don't you have to be able to move into the space?
yeah. So if Kayleen just moves a couple of places over, then we have a checkmate.
Yeah, so technically,
Let's do that.
technically,
I
he's.
can't, I'm on black space.
Yeah. So
Hey, guys.
you
He's
move
white.
space that he would move into.
Hey guys, don't hit a kid. Don't do
We're
that.
not going to hit him.
It's all right. I'm gonna make them. They're
Can you
they're
guys-
gonna force
Can
it.
you guys?
Are
Can I
ready?
challenge you
The
guys?
child.
Can you guys? I want to challenge you guys. Can you wipe the entire board before you wipe Jacob?
Oh,
I think that's
absolutely.
the rule. You can't attack the king until his army is destroyed.
Okay.
Jacob actually,
Yes,
canonically,
and-
Jacob makes up the rule during the game because that is very
playing
Jacob
like a
to
child,
change
yeah.
the rules. Yeah.
No,
He goes-
no! You can't tag me until
Yeah, like
everybody
when you're about to tag him and he makes up this rule. And you
Well,
guys are like,
well, actually, yeah.
Okay. I like this. Thank you guys for appeasing my child dummy little brain. Let's go. Who's
Okay,
next?
who wants to go on our team then if Colin can't go?
Technically, you guys
one
can't hit anyone this turn, so it'll have to be like a setup for next turn.
Yeah. Rick, you can move into the like here.
I could. Does that put anybody within one hit of hitting me?
Did I
No.
have someone that was out like an L? Paige, wasn't he here?
He's dead.
Oh, she could get him.
Oh,
She
if
can
you,
get him.
he was.
Yeah,
okay.
You're right,
Move
Kelly.
back.
I'm sorry. I moved him back because I thought
sorry,
you
he'd be
took a
one to the
double
right.
turn.
Oh.
He
Yeah,
would be right here.
yeah. I thought you did a
Okay.
double turn when you thought it was your turn again. So I put him
No,
back.
that was
where
the
I thought he
first
was.
move that mirrored their first move.
Right.
So Fa, you could still move there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he would attack me on his turn.
Make
He
it
No,
can
he moves in
only
L's.
move in L's.
something else.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, and he can't hit me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Haha. I go, ha, eat me.
That's Etram, by the way.
Hiya, chum.
Yeah, the alcoholic orc Etram.
How's
Sorry,
the wedding going?
I'm sorry I only have 100 tokens to use that don't fit every person we create intuitively on the spot. Here, you want me to put here's a queen. I could have put a real queen on. Wait, instead of a king? Wait,
Queen shows up just for this. I've arrived for the chess match.
No queen on that.
All right, he's gonna move another L here. Yeah.
Here's a
As we
king.
can get him with our lizard. Our lizard guy can get him.
Yeah, I say let lizard guy go for him, and if lizard guy loses, then I can
Or
go backwards.
or you can get him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lizard.
Lizard.
There they go. Let me flip this one
Good.
too.
They
So they're
fight.
facing each other. Okay. Oh,
I
I
imagine
have to.
Brick lays down on her stomach with kicky feet and watches it right in front of her.
Zarok rolled a 3. I'm doing a plus
Oh,
3 for him, so
no.
it's a 6. That's a tie. I have to re-roll until we break the tie. They both rolled 3s. Zarok rolled a 5.
Come on, Sarai.
Etram wins with a 10 versus a 8.
Damn.
Oh, is he
Okay.
within range?
What are you
Can he hit?
adding, Paige?
Plus 3 to both.
Why?
Aren't you guys
yeah.
adding stuff?
No, it's just straight 20s.
Okay, it
Yeah, it
cancels it out anyway.
Just means for the future. For the
Yeah,
future.
if it's a +3 to both of them, it cancels out. But
Yeah, but when you're going against us,
Us.
is the point.
Okay, I
right,
understand now.
but
Thank
no
you.
need to do the math. Yeah.
Yeah, so Zarok, what does it look like? This is a great moment for Etram to show off like bachelor status at a fancy little garden party when he beats
Aw,
Zarok.
yeah.
So that's nice. Maybe we have a blushing what's Elaine?
Evelyn?
A
Emmeline.
giggle
Yeah.
Emmeline.
and a throwing
Emmeline.
of a favor onto the chessboard.
Yeah. Roses. Coat
Yeah,
from the
I think lots
outside.
of people are sitting around watching this.
Win.
Yeah. Everyone else
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Some Etram whips
Yeah,
it out and Zarok
so, yeah.
faints.
That's it. Oh no. Okay, it's Kelly, it's your team.
No, I just went.
That was just his turn to attack.
Oh.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no, they did
no,
go.
no,
No,
no.
that's what I mean,
Yeah,
it
you're
was all-
right. You're right.
Yeah, no,
Lizard
they-
man, yeah.
You're right. Kelly, I know what you can do.
What you want, girl?
You could go here, and that would be a check, right?
We're not checking.
Oh, but not
through.
in
We
this
have to
game.
kill
We're
everyone
not
else.
doing this. Yeah.
You could
That's
attack
right.
Colin.
Jacob.
Man,
could-
when you don't have the line of pawns moving, it's so
Jacob
much
could
easier
attack.
to check things.
Jacob could
Yeah,
attack
but
Colin
if
because he
Jacob
doesn't.
attacks, if he loses,
Nope,
he's
it's just-
dead.
It's
By
just
default, he
unsuccessful.
can't. He cannot lose until all of his army is dead.
You
Yeah,
little
that's
kid ruled us.
It is
Sorry.
in the rules.
That's so dumb.
Sounds great. Let's do it.
Fucked up rule, yeah.
Fuck the rule.
He just gets free
I
hits
rolled
on
a
Colin.
14.
Jesus.
Come on, Colin,
Tom's
defend.
gonna be legitimately peeved if he refuses.
I picture him running up and going, "Heh!" And like it just like barely touches Colin. Like I
Hit the
mean,
noodle.
Oh
Glint.
wait, Colin lost?
Mhm.
No.
I think it like barely touched. Like it like
And we
it's hitting
revisit
his
adding
thigh.
our strength modifier. or any modifiers.
Fair is fair.
Yeah, I think
no.
he runs up and he's like, "Eh!" Like really soft, and like it barely does anything to like Glint's thigh.
Glint like really hams it up, like, oh! falls over, like
Aw.
drags himself off of the field.
Are
have
you
to
doing-
drag
are you
yourself
doing
all
it
the
in
way
the
back
fun-
across?
I do love that. Are you
He
doing
goes,
it like
drags himself out, and then dusts himself off, walks around.
I love this? Are you doing this like exaggerated fall? Or are you doing it like actually like realistically?
Um,
There's no punishment. I'm just curious.
I'm gonna go with realistically.
Okay, I want you then to roll a deception check with advantage.
Well, my first roll's a 20.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The second roll's a 9. So a 20.
Yeah. Okay.
Dirty 20.
I picture the most realistic death from Glint on this very fictional human dragonborn chess match. The punch lands to your side, Glint, and you react as if it's the sharpest, deepest sword that's ever thrust through you. You actually even hold to the other side where it would pierce through your body. Gargled breasts, like the whole thing, completely realistic. And you'll see Jacob looking down like, and then he'll look down at his fist, and then his eyes will dart over to Brick.
You killed my chief.
You're the chief now.
That's not how chief works.
Okay. Then Glint falls to the ground. Michael Bay explosion.
Yeah.
Fires behind Jacob. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's only best if I fight Etram.
Yeah.
Either that or the one in the
yeah.
corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
you
gonna
want to
fight.
roll?
I'm gonna fight Etram.
Do you want to roll, Kel?
It doesn't matter. I don't care. I rolled the
Okay.
last one.
I rolled the last one.
No, I did. I
Nat
rolled a 14.
19.
That is gonna beat my 13.
Ah! The rage of watching my chief die before my eyes, defenseless. I could not save him, but I can use that anger. I push him to the ground and scream.
Oh my
Bing!
gosh. Okay. Very good. I think you move. I
take
think
his
you
spot.
take that
Yeah.
spot. No, it's, oh, I see what you're doing.
Oh.
You're claiming the other pieces. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry.
That.
Okay, that was Sarah, right? She
Mhm.
just left. So Kelly, it is our turn.
I picture this move.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You guys mind if I move?
Yeah, you can move.
That's my move.
This has got a child in her sights. Just gonna Eldritch blast him.
Hell yeah. Chaos bolt.
This kills the child.
You could try. He says, "Come on, he's coming out. He knows his power right now."
Oh wow.
Are we doing checks or not?
bitch.
Not yet. Not until
Can't,
we
but
get
he's
the...
technically in chat.
Yeah, not
Hey,
until
you
we
want to hit
get-
him? Go for it. Let's try it.
Oh, no.
You cool if I move?
You could, yeah. I mean, if we're doing this like tradition, yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna move here.
Hmm.
Ah!
The child's come to hunt people because apparently he can.
Nothing like a good garden party being ruined by a dumb fucking kid.
Rick move in like any straight line.
Yeah, Brick can do
One
anything
over.
really. Yeah.
Like maybe here.
Is Brick gonna run away?
I thought that she was probably
could go
thought
here.
there. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Yeah.
Work too. I mean, that's
So
the
that's-
same deal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Kelly. That's a
Yeah.
choice.
Oh,
That was the reason why we would move the other way.
Yeah.
But we need to get rid of the guy.
Mr. Krumar, Lord Krumar first.
The
Yeah.
guy.
I think some diagonal moves, Sarah.
So I feel like you got to go here, so you can hit him on the diag.
Well,
That's
Sarah's
true.
not here. So
Yeah, so I guess we're choosing for Sepa.
Krumar can also move in a straight line. He could have attacked.
He didn't though.
Yeah, the kid's playing defense.
He's like, I'm immortal. I can do what I want.
Yeah, you can't touch me. You can't touch
So
me.
dumb, and it's so funny. I hate this and love it at the same time, you guys.
Can knights go? Oh, wait, what? Only knights can go over people, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I go
No, I-
forwards and backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, he'll go here.
Kelly's like, I'm gonna drag this out. I vote Sarah goes here.
Yeah, I agree.
Good with that. I'm back. Hi, everyone.
Hello,
Oh.
welcome back.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
No, you're good. Thank you. Thank you for moving me and not waiting for me.
I hate this.
He goes
Okay,
like this.
I vote we
he moves
kill
in
the
his
child.
face. When
You
he
can't.
moves in his face, he goes like this to you, Sarah.
I can move. I can start.
Just
putting
move
pressure
down
too.
diagonally. Yeah.
This
Chair
is kind of
move.
fucked
You
by.
guys moved?
I move.
You moved?
Oh wait, right?
Not
Because
yet,
we gotta
no.
figure out. We gotta figure out the Sarah
Okay.
move.
I'll roll.
It'd be really funny if she just punches the
You're
Uh,
attacking the child?
No, you're
Fair.
attacking me. Aren't you coming up to
No,
me?
she moved
No.
next to me.
No.
Oh, my bad. I ignore my 12 then. I
He's
thought you
going
were
like this to
attacking-
you, though.
I can't attack him until
You can.
I won't. That'd be stupid.
If you, Sarah, if you go down,
Wait a minute.
if you go
Stupid.
down one over to the right one, you'll be in a position so that Jacob can't get in between you and
No, those things don't exist.
yeah. No.
Oh, no,
One-
up here.
That one?
No,
Well-
I was gonna say the one immediately below Jacob.
Like there?
Yeah.
But he can
Got
move
it.
back one and attack me and kill me before.
Yeah, it'd be a risk, but we could risk it. Or we could just move
I
you
mean,
farther
Nest-
away and then yeah.
could move here on his turn.
Is that your move? Did you guys move?
Yeah,
I guess we moved.
I moved.
Okay.
This is so cursed. This is so fucking
Yeah.
I love this though, because it quickly became Kelly was like, I hate this. This is 4 against 5. No, Kelly's like, are you done? Are you done?
Okay, so if Kelly's gonna play it like this, I vote we move.
Move away from him.
Would you be okay with me taking over? Like,
Yeah,
in-
take over. Win.
Okay.
We moved.
You're-
Your move, Kel. Kelly, your move.
Oh, okay.
I can move in.
You can move. Yeah, I was gonna move you back here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Kelly, what you gonna do?
What can a king do? One in any can just move
One in
One
any
in any
any
direction. Yeah, you know. Oh, this is bad. No, we can't hurt him either, though.
What if a king attacks a king?
Oh, that's
It'll
true.
be a moot point. It'd be like both of us fighting, but neither of us could die.
Yeah,
Right.
how about this?
Jacob can't attack
Yeah.
you either.
You
until
guys
the
could
rest-
both attack. It'd just be
Yeah.
a waste of a turn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Until the players. the other
Based on the
players-
rules that Jacob established
Yeah.
in round 3 of this game.
To
Wild.
be fair, I warned you. There were red flags that this could happen.
Okay.
All right. Part of me says set me up to kill the green orc. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, Callie, your turn.
Yeah.
It is a valid move.
I
Kelly's
cast
question it.
polymorph.
Actually, yeah, I did say that you could cast spells when we were initially talking about
Mhm.
this.
Or you could just try hitting the boy.
I also established that casting polymorph is
The
The
equivalent
version
of
of-
rage quitting.
You would
flipping the table.
Mm-hmm.
You can polymorph. You can polymorph.
You can polymorph into T-Rex and eat the child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Callie,
Honestly,
your turn.
I do think that I'm feeling more and more like we should have a coup, like a real life coup,
Child. Kill the child.
Good.
and end this accursed line.
Well, there's a lot of that we would have to get through.
Yeah.
Sometimes these things are worth it.
Are you guys cooing against me?
I think we're cooing against Finn's family.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that settles that.
And that's how coups get settled.
No, you said no to the coup? Well, I guess we're not doing it.
Beans. All beans.
Not Jacob on me again. How did he travel so far?
I'll go get you.
Yeah, but Sarah, you now have the chance to hop up on him.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
hop up on him.
No. Oh,
Go one further.
hey Kelly, make your move.
Nice.
I can only move in one direction that doesn't result in fighting someone.
Forgot that Phineas and Mystandria had the same color. Like when you poke, and it's like, I'm not doing that.
Brick, kill this fucker.
I'll try my
Please.
best, Chief.
And we kill the
I
child.
shout from
Paige, are
the
you rolling or am
beyond.
I rolling?
I think you should roll.
Not 8. I'm so sorry, Captain.
Not 1.
Oh, thank
No,
God.
it's a 7. Sorry.
That
I
doesn't
still got
matter.
it by
Bill.
1, baby. Still
Okay,
got
baby.
by 1.
Wow.
We all
Bill.
turn. Finger guns at the ready.
And Jacob just goes.
Okay, was that our turn?
Yep, that was our turn.
Yeah, because you moved up on him.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Oh,
Go right for it.
oh, for the king, but it
King
Headbutt
Showdown.
him. Eviscerate
Kill
the
him,
child.
King Showdown.
It'd be really funny if this
Battle
is like
of the Kings, baby. Let's see who wins this game.
Our king's immortal.
Oh, fudge. He didn't mean that right.
No,
too
do
bad.
it. It's
He
fine,
already
Cal.
took
Do
his
it,
hand
do
off.
it. It'll be okay, Cal.
I'd
Am I
rather
rolling or are you rolling?
You're definitely rolling.
You should do it.
16.
watch your mute it.
Oh crap, we have to rely on Wesley's rolling.
Oh no!
first.
Nat 20, baby. No.
2.
Two.
Lost.
Jacob.
Kelly, did
Terrorizing.
you already move?
I just moved.
Yeah.
I'm
Get him
gonna
again.
attack.
Someone
I'm
get
gonna
him.
attack.
Sounds great.
Man, this last minute rule really saved your ass.
It's a nat 4.
You're dead.
No! Jacob got me with the finger guns.
Wait,
Alright,
just
baby.
let me keep
Oh, sad.
attacking. Just let me keep attacking until I roll better. I would.
You gonna
Eileen,
run from
get
this
out of there.
child? You gonna run from this
Eileen,
child again?
Eileen, get out of there.
Colin, are you done controlling me?
Well, I just wanted to control and so that we could get rid of the orc man. I figured that after that it was up to you guys.
Mm.
Ooh. Going
Okay.
right.
At this
for it,
point,
Kaylee.
I feel like it's fair for our bishop, who can canonically use spells, to blast the child at a range.
This blasts the child. I mean, I could also.
Kill him, Kaylee. Oh wait, what? He was just on the.
Just
Kelly
immediately
moved.
Yeah, Kelly moved.
Aren't you gonna run away from me? You've been running away from me.
Me?
Are you gonna? Yeah, you're gonna try to kill me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why
okay. Then I'll
wouldn't
move
he?
here.
I still.
Just a diagonal
That's
line.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Do I have to be on top of you?
Kelly
Yes.
said, bring it.
15.
Yo, why we had a strategy.
Damn.
18. Killed the
Okay.
child.
Guys,
Wow.
I'll wrap this up. I'll
killed
wrap this up
him.
for us. Well done, first and foremost. Thank you guys for collaborating on mechanics and creating a fun game. I know we joke it's cursed. I've enjoyed so much of it.
It was very fun.
Genuinely, I really enjoyed it. Mest, as you come up for the final blow, Jacob, the lone player on the black pawns, the king. I picture there's even like a crown for each team. So both Buttons and Jacob have little crowns on to represent that they're the kings on their team. Mess, what do you do? What do you cast? What do you do to like do the last blow on Jacob?
Just kick him really hard. No, I think what I would do is, man, I really don't have a lot of like okay spells that won't hurt a child. I think I would get really, really close to him and then like lean down and look at him, but not say anything. And I would cast message and I would go, bye bye.
I love it. Yes. Okay, Kayleen, I need you to roll on your magic surge table.
Oh god, if I kill this child, that'd be so funny. I haven't pulled this up in so long.
My God.
And
And I'm also going to be rolling
what-
something else.
I want to
I wish
kill
you
him.
could roll just like a D100. I'm just gonna roll. Oh, you can D100.
Pull my finger.
56.
My killing blow.
My
Very
hair
much.
falls out.
I have hair.
She has tendrils. I assume that is equivalent.
Her antennas fall off.
No, she has tendrils in the back that like function like hair.
Like hair.
Gotcha.
It grows back within 24 hours, but it does just fall to the ground.
Shit.
Just to look at it and just be like,
Bye.
Du jour, all members of Du jour who are watching. I would say this excludes Kieran, unfortunately. We haven't gotten to the communal, but you are in like the zone with that. But
Yeah.
all of the other people who've been defeated, the last moments, Phineas, your brother, standing alone out on the board. Mess comes up, Buttons in the background, the other remaining player. Mess, you see this magical aura, she whispers, bye-bye. And then her hair starts to fall out.
Bye-bye.
And her hands come up like holding clumps of it as it falls down. Mest, as you look down at your hands, what was your tendrils, your braids, now is shreds of this like gelatinous pooling figure. It looks, and initially it's blue, matching the color of your skin, but the colors start to change and it gets more viscous and then thinner and thinner and thinner as it pools between your hands. Rivers of dark red blood start to drip from your palms. And as you look up back onto Jacob, his body slivers and starts to fall apart, his head falling off from his neck, his arms falling off from inside, the pool of blood collecting between you and him. He falls to the ground, dead, shock on his face, the crown falling off of his head. Du jour, you all see this. I need everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Does that include me
I
or
was
no?
joking about
No.
killing a child, but
No,
that
Karen.
was gruesome.
I
Oh
realize
my God.
I realize we don't have the figurines like 10 feet apart from each other, but I imagine that Glenn's probably standing right next to Brick.
Does that change anything in my roll?
+3.
Okay, it's 25.
I rolled 17.
I have very good con, sir.
I
Did you
rolled
just say my
very
brother's
bad.
dead?
25.
25, okay. Glenn, yours was an 8. Is that including
rolled
the
real
+3? Wow, okay.
I rolled real
Um,
bad.
And
have a
Mess,
12.
Mess, you got 17. Okay,
Yep.
and Phineas got the 12. There's that moment of shock across you all. And the landscape blurs, just like when you're just like everything slows down, slow motion as this happens. You all feel this just weight on you all. Phineas and Glint, you blink and you almost lose consciousness from what you've just experienced. The rest of you, as you blink, heavy breathing, and you look around and everyone's got smiles on their faces. They're enjoying the outside afternoon tea. Some are still sipping their tea, pointing and laughing at the festivities of the Dragonborn chess match. And as you all look at each other, like it's almost like everything else is starting to freeze or blur, and you can see each other clearly across this speckled landscape and the image of Jacob on the ground. And just as soon as you feel like you all can, you're held in breath, like you can't even breathe, you can't get oxygen in. There's a moment where you all can feel this release, sharp inhale, and everything returns back to normal. Jacob's there, fake dead on the ground, trying to mimic Glint's heroic death.
Ah, you got me! Oh, no, the king is dead.
There was no blood underneath you, Mist. Your hair has fallen out, and that wraps around your edges, but everyone cannot quite pull off the visual they just seen. And everyone starts to clap, like, oh, well done, Black Team, well done. As you all look visibly shaken, some people look a little uncomfortable. The game has ended. Everyone is okay. The Black Team has won. As of right now, everyone is conscious and okay. But what the fuck did you just see? What just happened to you guys? It seems that only Du jour witnessed this. Everyone else seems fine.
And you were saying something about me and Glint. Did something else happen to us?
I just wanted to the distinct visual, like it was almost like a losing of consciousness. Besides that, you are back at the state. You got that collective breath back, and
Okay.
you're back here, and your brother is okay, and everyone is okay.
I would run over and scoop him up in a tight hug.
Okay.
Mest is running away. Like she's backed up, like hands up, like holy shit, and she's just gonna like turn and run.
You do.
Con, you're on mute.
Glint's going to do a divine sense to detect good, evil, celestial fiend, undead within 60 feet, as well as hollowed or defiled grounds.
Okay.
Guns is just gonna walk over to where all that blood was and like just pick up Mest's hair and try to figure out if it's
Emphatically, it is not hair. It's like little
Tendril.
snaky tendrils.
tendrils.
Tell me the Glint is again. Tell me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so as an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell, which can either make it holy or unholy a place. And know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. So it lasts for 6 seconds.
You do have a sense of presence, Glint. In those 6 seconds, do I have to I don't think I clarify if it's fiend, celestial. You do sense the presence. I can't clarify. It's just one of those 3 types.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah,
Okay, I'm okay with that.
but I know the
we'll
location of it.
Yep. Glint,
And I can
as
do that
as this scene stops, you can see the one person who looks a little shaken is also admitting this sense, this aura. And it is Duke Elric Darlington. You can see there's clapping, he's got a smile on his face, but roll an insight check for me.
14.
He looks a little shaken. There's this mask over top of tension.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Detect Magic then.
Okay, give me the specifics on that too. And there's a lot of things other as well happening, so I want to keep that in mind too.
So for the duration, you can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. It has some ability to penetrate barriers, but basically, for the next 10 minutes, I can choose to focus on him and see if is there an illusion magic hiding a true form or something like that, is what Glint's particularly thinking of.
Okay, I gotcha. I will tell you there is no aura, magical aura coming off of Elric Darlington. I can say that with confidence in the next 10 minutes. There is nothing of magic coming off of him. What you sensed specifically was regarding the detect good and evil. There is nothing magical contributing to Elric Darlington today. What else is happening? I know this is all really good stuff mechanically and story wise, so I want to keep the momentum going. If anyone had other things they wanted to add, I just imagine that um, uh, Finn, you picked up Jacob, and are you still on the chessboard, or did you go off?
No, I picked him up and like I'm kind of like I'm hugging him really tight where he's like his head's like over my shoulder and I'm kind of like spinning around a little bit, like looking around for any immediate threat to him at this current moment.
I walk up pretty quickly, not shaking off the shock of what we just saw, but I say,
Finn, he is okay. Take a breath.
Okay.
Do not
they're
overreact.
faster as you spin him around.
I'd pull him away and smile at him, like force a smile. And I'll be like, "You did really good. You knocked all those people down."
In all honesty, with the adjustment, he did very well.
I love when you make up your own rules. And I'd put him down. Be like, "Go find your sister and play."
I thought we were gonna play another match.
You know, I have other like grown-up things to do.
Okay. He'll run off towards your younger sister.
Glint will telepathically let everyone know that he sensed celestial fiend or undead presence in Finn's dad, with the exception of Finn.
The exception of Finn?
Yeah.
I hear this in my mind as I look at Finn trying to recover, and I don't know if I'm the best at hiding like this shift in my expression.
What the hell did we just see?
It was like my dream. Jake turned into something else, and then he was okay.
Kelly and Finn doesn't really know what to do in this current moment.
I want to take this moment to jump back to Kieran and Nirani, and you guys can think about what this means next for du jour. So, very, very excluded from that situation. I try not to exclude intentionally in D&D, but this is a moment of true exclusion for Kieran. In this communion with Nirani, before you both begin, now there are two masters at the table, essentially, with this. Brick was this fun addition. So as she looks to you, she's kind of back to this routine. And although, again, the ritual might be different, the question you ask the earth is the same, or it can be the same, and really your intent. And so she looks at you and she goes, "What questions do you have for the earth? What question do you have for the earth?" I should clarify.
Where are the remnants of chaos hiding? And how can we find them?
Good question. And just to clarify for me, when you say remnants of chaos, what do you mean?
I mean, I want to sense the places in this world where the chaos has touched this world. Like direct, like whether it's like the rock mom or what, like any disturbances to the natural order by the chaos.
Okay.
So that includes the rocks, that includes like any cataclysmic goings on that we haven't seen yet. I basically just want to get a sense of the land and then a sense of if there's anything unnatural influencing or that had influenced previously that we can locate.
And she'll look at you kind of knowingly before you guys begin. It's a lot to ask of the earth. You know what that means typically with these. Though they might be a little more cryptic than you're expecting.
No, but I got too many big questions bouncing around in my head and I'm not comfortable with that. I'm used to having a purpose, a reason behind things. There's an order to the natural world, even if you can't understand it at first. But this is beyond that. I I don't know how much to. Have you seen the chaos?
The earth has spoken to it, but some are just not capable of understanding what the earth is trying to warn us of, me included. Some people are just not capable of seeing that far into the earth or beyond it. I'm grounded here.
Thought I was too, and then I've seen so much beyond, so much that isn't this place, and this place is being disrupted by it, maybe second by second, and it's only going to get worse.
All right. With that, she'll kind of nod at you, and you will begin your commune with nature.
Yep.
What I'm picturing is these questions will be answered in the form of druidic symbols. And so
Great.
these would be symbols that would be marked either by tribes that they'd learned from the earth, your tribe included, and these would be the same across druidic tribes, and maybe even some rangers. And I'll probably get a collection of them together, but based off that question, what I think the kind of symbols you would get is you would get the botanical sign for a perennial, which is typically listed to like identify plants and markers in like natural growing gardens. But perennial also refers to the time it takes for plants to grow and how they grow. You would see the symbol, several symbols actually relating to the toxicity of plants. One would indicate a suspicious toxicity. One would indicate a lethal toxicity. And those would look like vertical and horizontal lines. And based off the horizontal lines would dictate how toxic a plant is likely to be.
Yeah.
Um, you would then see the druidic symbol for night, which looks like almost like a checkerboard, oddly enough. It is a square grid with several smaller squares within it, and it either indicates night or darkness. And the last symbol would be a symbol that Kieran knows very well, because he would think about it every time he reaches his head into any body of water and calls out to a very familiar person who's very unfamiliar. And it would be the druidic symbol of water, which is an upside down triangle. And right next to it would be a circle with a line through it. Lastly, the last symbol I think you would see is a seasonal symbol. There are 4 in the druidic runes for spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And the season you would see, and it would appear next to that lethal symbol would show up again. And the seasonal symbol would display with autumn.
And as we're processing and like the herbs or whatever are rearranging to form symbols for us, or we're like getting like flashes of these.
Yeah.
Um, after that ends, Kieran would look up at Narani and start trying to make sense of these with her, I guess.
Yep.
Um, with to her best guess, like what her immediate take on these is.
You're gonna see Narani is like at like high alert after you guys break from this. And she's gonna look at you. I think the I think the earth answered a different question.
What do you mean?
I don't think it showed us a place. think it's warning us.
Another warning.
Another. How often do you get them?
Well, I'm going to try at that point to. I'm going to take Nirani's hands, and I'm going to try to recall, like, with Igni's help internally, the flash of images that Igni sent me when we first met.
I'm gonna need Narani to roll a Constitution saving throw on that,
Yeah.
because, like she warned you, some people are not capable of seeing beyond the Earth or
Yeah.
beyond their Earth.
I'll ask her. I'll ask her if she's ready.
Yeah,
But,
she's consenting. Yes.
yeah, I'll just be like, I can show you, or I can try.
I rolled pretty low for Narani. So I think with that, I don't know how to articulate it. It wouldn't be something permanent, but she would just look at you very, she'd get a little raw, and she's kind of stoic so far, I imagine. Like, even something as stressful as like this, being here and the social awkwardness of being so different from these people hasn't really shaken her. She could repeat some of the visuals she saw, but she could not quantify that warning. She's just like, I I can't bear what that means to you.
I'm sorry. No one else has ever seen that.
Is that true? Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I broke. You haven't shared that with anybody. Those visuals. Okay.
No, I've talked about it, but I've never had like the means, I guess, to
Mm.
like share the imagery. And I guess we also never really like locked down exactly what it was that I saw. It was just more like a rush of like a series of images.
Yeah.
Um,
I have to check then one of the first sessions, because I feel I'll double check. I don't know if we ever like
yeah,
truly like fully defined it. I know it's ever written down, but yeah, I'll
yeah,
circle
yeah, yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. Cool. We can always go back to that. But so after saying like, well, you're the only person that's ever seen that, I just there's too much. There's too much beyond what I thought I knew about the world, and I don't know how to make sense of it. What is this warning saying now?
I think there's something I think there's something coming,
In the water?
either from the water or it'll affect the water soon. Could
Does
hurt
this
people.
does this make me think at all about my tidal wave dream?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't as a DM, I don't feel like I can answer it. Honestly, I think that's for you to come like yeah.
Kieran, yeah, Kieran's just gonna get up, kind of panicked, like stand up from Nora and be like, No, fuck, fuck, I'll I'll be back, and I'm gonna go ahead.
Say likely Mest is crossing you in a panic, still hair falling off of her head. You now break from this conversation, and you see a very distraught Mest leaving the chessboard. See Phineas kind of twirling around Jacob, putting him down, but there are people there, your friends are shaken.
I just I need uh and I'm gonna make eye contact with Mest and wild shape into a seagull and start booking it towards the ocean as fast as I can. and I am not going to stop until I get to the shore.
Are you going to like the same like port city shore where we were at before?
I mean, wherever the closest, like, I'm gonna fly up, survey the land, and go to the closest point where the ocean touches the land in Solene to where we are,
It would just
and
be
just
probably
fly.
just a little bit south of what is it? What's the city? Torcello?
Coachella.
A
Torcello.
little south of Torcello.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm gonna get to the shore and like dive down into the shore, come out of wild shape, roll onto the sand, and keep running into the ocean. I can breathe. I can breathe underwater, and I am running down the slope underwater, and I want to see what is happening down here. I want to get a sense if I can feel anything in the ocean, if I can
Mm.
feel danger, if anything about, like, I've spent a lot of time underwater in the ocean, whatever. I want to see if I can sense anything turbulent or troublesome.
I want a nature check.
Yep.
How does everyone else react as you see Mest leave and Kieran break from his like seating off to the side, wild shape, and leave the grounds?
Uh, with the knowledge that something's funky with the Duke, I think I don't know.
Um, I'm gonna use my feature of stillness of mind and shake off this feeling of fear that's kind of hanging over Brick. It's unusual. It's the second time in a day, right? Because it's the same morning of the dreams.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So this is kind of honestly, this is probably the most scared Brick has ever been with these two events back to back. And now that it's a shared event with the group, there's kind of no denying it. It's not in her head. Um and I'm guessing the stillness of mind does not end one effect on myself, causing me to be charmed or frightened. Like I just am frightened.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
not.
not like a state. It's like
Yeah.
yeah. And I think that's what scares Brick. It's like she can't when she usually could shake it off and like use this kind of monk cool calm headedness, it doesn't shake it. Um are you about to say something, Paige? I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah. I was gonna suggest, is it something like, because I like that idea that you can register that it's a different type of fear.
Mm,
Um, it reminded me of like Wheel of Time when men cast and summon their power. It's like it's a like a void. And so inside that void there's no emotion, but they can feel it on the outside of it. And typically with that void, you'd feel like any kind of magical or something else dissipate. But for you, it's still there. And you can still sense it with that calmness you've just centered in on. And it's still there. It doesn't it doesn't dissolve. It's there still.
definitely. Finn's still here because we sent Jake away, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And this
Not
this
good.
is bigger than this wedding.
I know we have a lot of issues going on. The wedding's the least of my worries.
I don't-
Glenn walks up and says, "I think it might be worse than you think." What do you know about your family's lineage? Are there any?
Clint, not here, not in front of the others.
Well, I'm imagining there's not anyone like in earshot.
We're still on the
I think
chessboard.
that
Like
could be
people are
called
watching
into
us.
question, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
to be fair.
In your mind, Finn, you hear Glint's voice say, "Meet me," and then he like names a place that seems kind of out of the way that they've noticed while walking the grounds.
Okay.
I don't know if Buttons has any particular skill,
Pass the ground to the rest.
but would want to look around for anything that seemed kind of like that portal or whatever that he saw with his mother way back in the day.
What did that portal look like when he saw it all those years ago, Buttons?
Just the stark difference between what was around or whatever, from like this sort of grayed out sort of tempest to this fiery red sort of inside. I would feel like it would kind of take on the properties of the different places that it was, so it might be ringed and flame on the inside, and then the dust is trying to hold it in on the outside.
Like that? Is there any hard border either? Is it like is there anything that would either be pushing through where you could see like either like a border, a physical border to that portal, or is it more so just the atmospheric things that come off of the differences?
Like the meeting of the two different atmospheres trying to rectify between themselves.
Roll I don't know if you're proficient with it, but I think in this instance, I want you to roll an Arcana check with advantage. I understand you're a barbarian, and I understand that's unique, but I'm trying to get specific with it.
12.
You look around Buttons for that visual, and you do not see a portal like the one you saw your mother through.
I think, yeah, I would go to have this conversation with uh Glint, and I think he said it to all of us, like that are still remaining
Yep.
to go together. I picture it being like a tucked away part of like the garden where it's kind of like private.
Okay.
There's like a fountain next to it too, so like you hear like the running water that would kind of like muffle out our voices.
I know there's things to discuss, and I know I need answers for Matt and answers for you guys. I think this is a great point for us to stop for tonight, and we can
Do
pick
you
up.
want my nature check?
I do.
Okay, I got a 25.
Okay, perfect. Can you put it in the
You do
chat,
them.
in the Discord chat for me too?
Yeah,
Preferably
this
in the
side chat here.
It
or
could
the
be
general?
I would prefer the general chat, but it could be either or. I'll just have to remember where to look. Just so I know where to pick up from that. 25 in the nature
Yep.
check. Okay. I know Colin's away from the computer, but what did we like about tonight's session?
That slap in the fucking face with the bloody scene. Holy
Emotional
shit.
whiplash.
Woo, that kicked me in the teeth.
Yeah. It was very good the way like Mess did her thing. And I was like, oh, I feel a certain kind of way right now as a human and as like a player. I was like, wait, am I gonna have to fight? Is she gonna make me get mad at Mess? And then it went away, and I was like, oh man, this is too much. I can't handle all of these hard. I was like, wait, how am I gonna react if my brother's dead? Like, I was having a near almost panic attack during that part.
Hey, you're really good with that knife, Kelly.
What knife?
He's referencing Sleepaway.
The chair pickle
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Um,
I liked chess.
I
That was
did.
fun.
I actually you
Guys,
didn't?
I
did.
like chess.
Oh, I actually enjoyed it too. I thought it was funny.
There was a magic to it being not streamed because it allowed us to be like, is this fun? Let's fucking change it. I don't think I would have had the confidence to do that on stream.
My favorite part was when Jacob made up a new rule in the middle of losing.
Yeah. And then Kelly took way too much advantage of that role, and it was great.
I think that was Colin's least favorite part. Don't want to put any words
I think
in
so
it.
too.
One of my favorite parts was Buttons making a little servant lady a little flirty and uncomfy in like a I'm into this kind of way.
Oh, I know another one of my favorite parts. When Matt just decides to do what the fuck he wants and is like, yeah, I'm going to, number one, polymorph into a bird, leave the whole party, go to the shore. Number two, swim into the ocean. No question, like, just like, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Just like in
good.
full panic. Just like in full fucking panic, like, I saw this in a dream. And Brick woke up this morning talking about a fucked up dream that she had. And Paige, the second you gave us those dreams, because those are the dreams that you like told us about, like that you assigned to us, you used the phrase "sun-kissed child" in the dream, and Solene, the place of the sun, and the tidal wave, and I was just like, ooh, 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 this is hitting all the crunchy parts of my brain. It was very good.
Well, I hadn't even thought about that shit. I just thought big, bad, scary natural disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
I can swim.
Yeah, I can swim.
I also have the boots. I have the boots of water walking as well, if someone needs to borrow those.
There was also a tidal wave in of Kylie's dreams from way back in the day.
Ooh.
Did you insert those, or did Paige insert those?
I inserted that one, so who knows?
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, fuck.
But maybe it's Paige connecting an old dream with a new one, because maybe Kylie is connected to the... Oh, God.
I also like the themes of like people angrily storming off in directions this evening.
The drama.
Yeah, it worked.
What scared me the most was in Matt's nature communion with the earth. It talked about autumn, and I immediately went, "Aren't we in summer?" And Kayleen just went, "Yes."
I did.
Kelly did.
Someone did.
What's wrong with that? We are in summer.
Yep, and the next
you're
season
saying
is
what comes
autumn, and
next?
whatever's happening is
Whatever's
coming
happening is happening in autumn. It seems like it's coming.
Yeah, it's like September 15th. Just kidding.
September 20th.
Winter is coming. Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely feels like the floodgates opened a little bit with the tension.
I know I didn't do DM inspiration. I didn't like talk about it, but I was also thinking about it like I'm not always gonna give out DM inspiration. I know I feel like I'm taking something away from you, but like you gotta earn it. And I think you all did an amazing job tonight. And I had a couple people in my head as things were happening that I was like, oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. But tonight's DM inspiration is going to Matt. The stuff Kieran went out to do with Nirani, and then like I like that you guys are taking like what your character would do and just do it. Like go for that. Like we are excited by those choices. You don't have to make decisions for the group every time. You don't have to be like the group decider. If you want to do something, do it. This is our game to have fun. Create characters that you care about. And let them make bold choices. I love it. So good job, Matt.
Thanks.
I don't even. Let's see. Do you want to donate it? I don't even know where we are.
Yeah, I mean, if I gotta have a little snacky snack, I will, but I'll donate it.
We're at 6.
Donate, baby.
Let's plan for our session back on the 26th. That's the week of the Halloween. Next week we're going to be doing our haunt. So we're still planning on doing that. Next week is the 19th, which is our haunt. So we're gonna do that. I think we're still streaming it, unless I haven't heard any word yet on like veils and lines, so keep me posted there. But let's plan to stream that still. If you have art, let me know. I might work on something prior to next week to like just create a little overlay. It'll be similar to the Monster Mash kind of overlay stuff I did for Matt's one shot, so it'll be that kind of style. And then yeah, we'll be back on the 26th. If you have things you think you want to try or you want to do, talk to me. It can be a private message if you have an idea. Talk to me. Let's make fun choices. Think of things you want to do and figure out what the fuck we want to do with the information we just absorbed. Moving forward. All right, I'm gonna wrap up the recording. So we'll see you on session 68. Oh, so close to the magic number. Thanks, guys. I really enjoyed playing. I was really looking forward to it. And side note, I really like the bi-weekly thing. How's everyone? I mean, we'll talk about it later. Bye. Bye, recording. Goodbye.